February 5th, VEDIF number 5. And I know this video is coming out a little bit late, but there's reasonable excuses. One was that I felt like what I was recording wasn't good, and so it's taken me a while to press record on the camera again. Two, my second idea was like, so every single Sunday, some of my family get together for a barbecue, and I completely forgot that it was Super Bowl Sunday, and that kind of leads me into what I'm gonna say now. I got an idea to kind of talk about my childhood and things I dealt with growing up. And so I pulled out my actual camera. Right now I'm recording with my phone, but I pulled out my actual camera and mic and stuff like that, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna record and make it like an actual video. And then it just took me so long to record and feel comfortable and have to deal with traffic, because I was recording it outside, and so you could hear like the traffic going around. And so yeah, now I am in my room sitting on the floor with one light and my cell phone, just talking away. And I think this is good enough, you know. If you disagree, feel free to tell me in the comments. I highly suggest your comments to help improve this thing. Anyways, what I was gonna say though is that it's Super Bowl Sunday this Sunday, and if you know anything about me, I'm not one for sports. I don't really care, and that's nothing new. My entire life, I've never really cared about sports. My dad is a huge sports nut. He loves watching sports, playing sports. He's the kind of guy that like wears the football jerseys, I guess, like of his favorite players. And so his firstborn child, my older brother, is exactly like him in that way. And they are best friends. They watch sports, they call each other after a game, and the entire Super Bowl thing, they were like talking on the phone. And I'm like, that's cool and all, but I just don't find it interesting. And so, of course, his next kid, my older sister, is also into sports because she was the only girl. So he's like, oh, I need to get her involved in sports as much as possible. And then there was me. And he tried to get me in sports. I played baseball, I played soccer, and I just wasn't feeling it. I don't really care to play sports, to watch sports. I was a mascot in high school, so it's just not my area. I got involved in art and theater and music and stuff like that. And so it was really hard growing up, because I know a lot of the time I felt like I wasn't, like, I don't want to say wasn't good enough, but I felt like I just I don't know, never had that like connection with my family that my older brother did. And so even to this day, like, we'll call each other to try to go have dinner or meet up for food, and next thing I know, they're talking about sports, and I'm just in the corner like, cool, yeah, no, the guy with the ball, he did really awesome. So I don't know, I'm just not into sports, and I don't know why. It was just different, you know. And it was really hard growing up thinking that I wasn't good enough, or I didn't have that same like bond with my dad. And it wasn't until I was much older that I actually like became friends with my dad. Like, we'll call each other and like, hey, how you doing? What's up? Before, there's no way that would happen. Like, I straight up like would never talk to my dad about anything. I was like a complete mama's boy growing up. I remember one time my mom so my parents are divorced, and my mom like had like weekends or something, and she was dropping us off at my dad's, and so I hid in her back seat when she dropped us off, and she like drove halfway home, and I scared her, and she almost crashed her car. I know that sounds terrible, but that's how much of a little like mama's boy I was. There's one time I was dropping a deuce, and I heard the truck start, and so I ran outside with my pants down, just like, My brother and sister used to have to play hide and seek to get her to leave the house to just like go grocery shopping, or I don't know, whatever parents do. And yeah, so it wasn't until I was much older that I would talk to my dad about just life, I guess. And he's had it rough and stuff. We just aren't alike in that way, I guess. And that's okay. You know? Being a kid, it was really rough, but now that I'm older, like, I think it's a lot better to be different and to be kind of the opposite of them. Not only does it give me a new perspective, but it gives them a new perspective and, like, helps them deal with the world in that way. And I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is that it's okay to be different and to like your own things, even if your family doesn't like those things, or if your friends don't like those things. If you think that's what you like, and like you really want to do those things, then do it. There's no reason you shouldn't. And I know this video got really deep, but that wasn't my initial intentions. Let me know if you guys want to talk more about this and like kind of life in general in the comments below. I'm gonna go because it's that time. I usually have a watch. And not right now. I just looked around my room for a watch that isn't in here. So it's getting late, and this is day 5, possibly now day 6. So let's wrap this up. I'm on 7 minutes. I'll see you later.